Hello, this is old Mr. Kent of MrKent.com, and I thought I would fly across the road over here and take a look at this grove of trees, which have been growing wildly since we had all the heavy rains during the monsoon season. And in previous videos, I've flown over here, like last year. They were a lot shorter, a lot smaller than they are now. So they're really growing. At least they have grown in the last several months. And then also while we're flying along looking at these beautiful trees, nice and green, I have time to tell you some more stories about my musical history. In the previous two videos, I started out, and so in the last video, at the end, I was talking about how I used to play at the Shakey's Pizza Parlor in Pasco, Washington. And I did that for a couple of years. I sat on the piano, and Leo Payne, who was an excellent piano player, he played the piano, and I sat on the piano, and we do that every Friday and Saturday night. Well, then after a couple of years where I was teaching at the high school, they offered me the job of filming the football and basketball games, making films so that the coaches could review how the game went, the following week. And so they paid me the same amount as I was making at Shakey's, but I only had to work on Friday nights. So that freed things up a little bit. And so I did that for, several years. And so I wasn't playing anywhere on a regular basis, but I had a friend named Byron. He taught at Richland High School, which is across the river from Pasco. And so I don't know, I can't remember now how we met, but he was learning to play the guitar. So he came over every Tuesday night for a long time. We'd get together, my wife would make a snack, and we'd just play music and have fun with it. And he kept getting better and better, and so eventually he and I we volunteered basically to play for different gatherings and different groups and stuff. And we played at a restaurant and places like that once in a while. So that was my activity at that point in time. And then I also played my banjo. There was at the high school where I taught, there was a music teacher. His name was Bob, and he could really play the trumpet. Man, he was good. It was fun to have him play. And so he and I would play, like after a game, when the faculty would have a party or something, we'd play, and then they could dance and things like that. And everybody loved it when we would play Tangerine. And that song, he would give that long beginning blow on his horn. And then when he'd go tangerine, and as soon as he hit the reen part, I'd start strumming my banjo, and away we would go. And so anyway, that was everybody's favorite. So we did that, and then I played, every time I had a chance somewhere, I'd play my banjo. And then I went through a divorce, and my life kind of took a little bit of a change, quite a bit of a change, as a matter of fact. And so I wasn't playing my banjo with as many, I didn't work at the high school anymore. Actually, I started going to church, and then they hired me to run their radio station. And I started teaching Sunday school, and I taught primary age kids, first, second, and third grade, in the gymnasium. It was a fairly large church, and so I had about 80 to 100 kids every Sunday sitting in the bleachers, and then I told Bible stories, and I played a banjo. And so had a lot of fun with the kids. In fact, I even wrote quite a few Sunday school songs, and I'll put a link to it in the descriptions if you want to listen to those, if you want to. Anyway, so I wrote songs for, and I also wrote songs for my wife. I mean, I wrote a lot of songs, and enjoyed every minute of it. So anyway, so I taught Sunday school for years, and even when we changed churches, as the years went by and we moved and so forth, I always got involved teaching the kids and playing my banjo. And so just had a whole lot of fun doing that. Well, then when we moved down to Arizona 5 years ago, and I didn't really have an opportunity to teach Sunday school. I worked at the church we went to. I served as the soundboard operator, but they didn't need me to teach, and so I kind of got out of the practice of playing, and my banjo wore out. As a matter of fact, I have actually refretted it twice now, and but it's worn out, and so I gave that to my son so he could lean it against the wall with his antiques. And then I also have a 4-string guitar I bought many years ago, and I wore it out, wore the frets out, and I didn't want to bother refretting it. It was a little more difficult. So didn't do a whole lot of musical playing. And then recently, after I crashed my bike, I thought I'm going to get back into, because I've been sitting around a lot, so I thought I'm going to get back into playing my ukulele, which I bought a year or two ago, and then I bought myself a harmonica, which I'm getting used to again. And so that kind of brings us up to today. As a matter of fact, the background music for Amazing Grace, this is how much I need to review. Amazing Grace is written with a 3/4 time, and I was strumming with a 4/4 time. So if you listen to it, I'll put a link to it. I'll put it separately in a different video. But if you listen to it, you'll notice it sounds kind of strange. So I'm relearning a lot of things, and of course at this age, takes a lot of relearning. So it's a slow process, but I am having fun and enjoying every minute of it. And so I just share it because, I enjoy doing videos and editing and stuff. So I'll share my music with you as I make videos, and as I hope to get better and better and get more practiced up. So that's the story, and I have a lot of love for music, and it's kind of a natural thing for me. I don't have any. In fact, I have this tune that's always going through my mind, and so if I don't find something else that I can hum to, that tune, I am so tired of it. I can't get it out of my mind. It just keeps showing up, and it's kind of frustrating. But it's like having noise in my ears. I have noise in my ears. So, well, I'm going to quit telling you my problems because it looks like I'm headed home here. And I just want to thank you again. I appreciate you watching my videos and listening to my stories. And I'll have a different story for you next time because I think I covered all my music. So I want to thank you for watching, and God bless.